Hi guys, my name is Josh Horn and I'm an online coach that helps driven people torch fat, build muscle and develop a bulletproof mindset. And the way I like to do that is with real food, not overly restrictive diets, no pills, no teas, no shortcuts. I want my clients to be able to sculpt physiques that they're proud of, build their confidence, and to do it whilst enjoying the process. And now it isn't super easy. You have to be willing to put in the work and make changes to your lifestyle, particularly when it comes to food. And I find that is exactly where Skinny Food Co products come in extremely useful. And now what I'm going to do briefly is share with you my morning routine. Now the system and framework that I use has helped me overcome so many of the obstacles that I used to face. Checking my emails, Facebook, Instagram, waking up late, lying in, hitting snooze, not wanting to get the day started. The framework that I follow has allowed me to overcome those obstacles and go on to be super successful in the areas I wanted to focus on. So the first thing I would say is if your morning routine starts in the morning, you're doing it wrong. First thing you want to be doing is the evening before. So at the end of every day, take stock of what's happened in that day. What did you intend to get done? What didn't get done? What needs actioning soon? Clear your mind by putting your thoughts down on paper, and that will really help for you to gauge what needs doing, what's priority, and what doesn't need focusing on right now. The next thing I'll do is sit down for a 25-30 minute period. I will look at my diary and my calendar for the next day. I will then write out a checklist of all the big and most important things that are happening that very next day. Plus, I will write out a short checklist for my morning. The first thing that I do before I shower, before I eat, before I do anything, I get up, I make myself a coffee, I get my trainers on, and I go out for a walk. People say, and there's a saying that goes round, steps are for the mind, not for the body. And I truly believe in that. There is nothing better than first thing in the day, getting out in the fresh air and clearing your mind. By the time I'm 10 minutes from my house, I'm raring to get in. I'm raring to get going. I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly what I've got to get done. So that walk for me is all about building that motivation, clearing my mind of all the stresses and all the confusion, and getting absolutely crystal clear on what am I going to do the moment I step back in the house. So no emails, no Facebook, no Instagram. That first hour of my day is directly related to things I am trying to achieve in life. Now, I am hugely against the 5 a.m. club. It doesn't matter what time you wake up. What matters is what you do when you wake up. And if you spend the first 2 hours flapping around watching TV, making drinks, having, unhealthy breakfasts, you're not setting yourself up for the day. And that is something I used to do a lot. So now, my first hour of my day is all about getting me closer to my goals. Which means that if the rest of the day goes to pot, it doesn't matter because I've woken up, I've actioned things that need doing, and I've already started to make steps towards my goal. So what I'm going to do now is just go through some of the meals that I have on a day-to-day basis, starting from first thing in the morning. Now, anyone that follows me on Instagram or who knows me knows that I am a bit of a coffee fiend, and instead of going and getting my usual Costa or Starbucks gingerbread latte, which is a bit of a tradition for me, I decided to replace the very calorie-dense drinks that you'll get from those places with Skinny Food Co.'s gingerbread syrup. Now this is gluten-free, fat-free, 0 calorie and sugar-free. So it makes for a perfect replacement, particularly when I am dieting and when I'm trying to get calories from real foods. Next up is breakfast. Now my go-to breakfast is overnight oats. It might not look like much in this, but what's in here is oats, 2 scoops of chocolate protein powder, whey protein powder, some blueberries, a little touch of cinnamon. And then what I do is I put that all in a container, or you can put it in a shaker or a Tupperware box or a dish, and leave it with a little bit of water overnight for the oats to soak. Then in the morning, I'll pour that into a bowl and I'll have it with 2 scoops of Skinny Food Co.'s peanut butter. So next up is my foods later in the day. So starting with lunch. Now my go-to lunch is typically spaghetti bolognese or spag bowl with whole wheat pasta. Whilst I'm cooking the mince, I will use some garlic and herb seasoning. Then Pre-workout, I have quite a simple meal. I don't want too much fiber before I work out, so I try to avoid green veg before, or any veg before working out, and I'll simply have baked chicken breast and new potatoes. However, I will use a little bit of some seasoning on the chicken breast. My go-to at the moment is the jerk seasoning. It is amazing. And then post-workout. Now, post-workout and pre-workout nutrition is extremely important. So post-workout, I will have 2 scoops of chocolate whey isolate, followed by a plain bagel and strawberry jam. One of my non-negotiables throughout the day is also my hydration. I never took water seriously growing up, and my skin, my energy levels were terrible. So if there's one piece of advice I can give to you now, make sure you get your water in. I opt for bottled water simply because I can see where I am on my daily target. So I try and get 3 liters done outside of the gym, outside of shakes, outside of coffees. So 2 bottles, and I can see where I am at the day, and it helps me make sure that I finish them. Now, I absolutely love my food. I am a self-confessed foodie, but in periods of dieting, when I'm bringing my calories low, it can be really difficult to have foods like maple syrup, gingerbread lattes, sauces, dressings, without going above my calorie target. So to ensure that I can still enjoy my gingerbread latte in the morning without it really impacting my progress, having a real 0-calorie option is essential. And Skinny Food Co. just nail the taste with all of their products. And now the one piece of actionable advice I want to give you is go and get started. Constant improvement beats delayed perfection every single time. Go out and buy yourself some Skinny Food Co. products. Start making those small adjustments to your lifestyle right now, because small wins add up to big leaps in improvement. You don't have to do everything perfect right now, you just need to get started. So if you want help building better habits, if you want to take control of your nutrition, your exercise, and you want to build a physique that you're proud of, go and follow me on Instagram at JoshJHorn. Drop me a message with what your goals are, and let's make a plan to absolutely crush the rest of 2021.